Hey guys, Dan Heilman back with another video. Today, we're going to be giving a quick update. I've been gone a week. I've been on vacation. I'm back. I was traveling all day yesterday. Got back from California. It took about, I don't know, the whole trip was about 12 hours, including, driving and all that good stuff with two kids. Lots of fun on the plane, a little bit of delays, but we're back and we're going to be back to making daily videos like we have been doing for quite some time. So we're going to give a quick update. I've been gone a week, so a lot of things have happened. We've had some ETFs that have been added. So we've had the Litecoin ETF, we've had the staking ETH ETF, which is ETH-E, I believe. Yeah, ETH-E. This one, this one has a little bit more data. I thought there was one that was this. I guess this was fairly. This seems like it's been, maybe it was a conversion or something like that. Yeah, I guess it was a trust. Maybe it was a staking ETF conversion. Not quite sure on that one. But we have had BSOL as well, Bitwise staking Solana ETF. Now, this one's interesting because the Solana ETF will not be paying dividends per se. It's going to be increasing in value based on the staking rewards, which is roughly 7% every year. So pretty good if you want to kind of get some yield off some crypto staking on Solana. I think this one's going to be really good for getting some good entries. And then holding and getting that yield for quite some time. Litecoin has finally listed their ETF. This is Canary Litecoin ETF. So we've seen some interesting price action kind of since the Litecoin ETF was launched. You can see we had this massive pump and then this massive sell-off here, which was kind of insane. So I mean, this was a 10% sell-off in just a couple days on Litecoin. Bitcoin, we had a nice little breakout and retested this red line almost exactly from this. Again, if we go to like the weekly, let me clean up the chart here. This is the same kind of resistance line that we've rejected off a couple times. If you go from weekly close to weekly close, that's the line we rejected off. If you do tip to tip, that line is a little bit higher that we rejected off the other day. But we are still in an uptrend, and the weekly candles did close above the bull market support band. Now, we are kind of flirting with the bull market support band right now, and we have a very important day today with the FOMC. It'll be very interesting to see if quantitative tightening is officially ending. That will definitely signal some pumps in the market, I believe, if we get basically Jerome Powell to say that quantitative tightening is ending. It looks like we're pretty much getting an interest rate cut no matter what. I am long on a couple positions. Now, I'm long on Bitcoin. I longed literally the exact bottom pretty much. I've taken a couple different closed a couple different trades. I am $3,000 realized profit on my Bitcoin trade, and I have recently opened up some more on so I basically had my position here on Bitcoin. Is this the one I'm even looking at? Let's see here. So yeah, Bitcoin here. I opened up way down here right near the bottom. You can see right here I've closed a little bit of my trade, closed, and it came back down. I opened some more of it. So it's been going pretty good for Bitcoin trading. And if you do want to try any leverage trading, I have an affiliate link below for Bitunix. Amazing exchange. You can also buy spot. It takes very short amount of time to sign up. They have no KYC, so it's a great exchange. You can see I added to my position, and we're going to hold this long. Now, I might move my stop loss to about break even because it's going to be a volatile day, of course. We've had, it looked like some I think it was maybe some whales that pulled that transferred some money. I saw a notification on CoinGlass saying that someone transferred like $750 billion of Bitcoin, and then it looks like they kind of pretty much like market sold it up in here. So that was, if I go to like the, I don't know, 24-minute time frame, you can see right here we had this quite a big sell-off in just a matter of like an hour and a half here, about 2-3%. And I did see a notification on my phone saying there was a large entity that moved a lot of Bitcoin and sold it here. So I think it ended up being a treasury company. I saw, some rumors on X, not confirmed or anything, but at first I thought it was kind of Binance dumping again, and they did not start the initial dump, but they did continue to dump once we got a little bit lower, probably somewhere in here. But right now we're kind of fighting with the bull market support band yet again. So that's this white band here, and I do have a free indicator if you do want to check it out. So just search DHYT, Dan Heilman YouTube, 6 moving average bull market support band, and you can grab this indicator, which kind of just shows you a lot of different moving averages. Now, the other moving average that we have not tested is this red moving average down here. This one is very important, and this is kind of my invalidation for the bull market. So I'm basically expecting this to hold. If we start closing weekly candles below this, the bull market's over. We do have the Camel Finance indicator saying that we are in the zone for a low, and actually it did pick this low right here. It says that the daily cycle low is in. Now it has picked this as the weekly cycle low, which is kind of interesting because it still shows the blue band here. So we'll see what happens, but I believe that this might be the low that we hold for some time. I'm still expecting Bitcoin to close much higher. And we do have actually a moon cycle, a bull moon that is going to be happening on Wednesday, November 5th. So that is basically a week from today. Today's Wednesday, right? I'm all discombobulated with getting back from vacation here. But I just wanted to make this kind of short update video. There's a lot going on. We've had some of the altcoin ETFs that have been approved. Litecoin is still holding up pretty decently here. If you see, I have my leverage trade open. Again, affiliate link for Bitunix below. But I think Litecoin's going to do very well. I think DOT is going to get an ETF probably soon as well. I think this one is just at a very low price compared to, historical numbers. I mean, you see stuff like DOT has been up in the, this isn't even this is a futures contract trade, so I don't even have a lot of here, this one's a little bit better. Yeah, so DOT's been up in the, $50, and we could move back up here. I don't know if it's going to hit a new all-time high, like it has in other markets, but in 2021, we did hit 50 some dollars, and right now it's $3. You know what I mean? So if we were even to just kind of go make a double top, that's 1,500%, right? So that is a massive gain. Now, of course, it doesn't have to go make a new high. It could come up here to, whatever, $25, but still, if we come up even anywhere near some of these old levels, even if we just make a new cycle high, that's still 331%. So I think some of these altcoins are going to do very well, but it needs Bitcoin to do very well, right? So we kind of need Bitcoin to come up and make a new all-time high. I still think we're going to get up into the 150,000s. That's been my base case for some time. I think we could even see 200,000. Now, we need to get moving fairly quickly because I think we don't have much time left in the cycles. I've talked about it many times, but we have this cycle, and we're actually past the point where I thought the top would be. Now, it's kind of funny because I thought the top would be right here on, maybe October 1st-ish, and we did have the all-time high within a couple days of that. So, I thought we were going to be somewhere in here, and we did have a high. Now, I don't know that that's going to be the high for the cycle, and I kind of don't believe it. If we go to like the weekly time frame here, you can see just on the RSI is we haven't made a new high on RSI. The RSI high was actually all the way here in basically March of last year. So this is kind of when we had a lot of good sentiment in the market. A lot of altcoins were doing very well, and then they've kind of just puked since then. So I'm expecting us to break this trend line and maybe hopefully make a new RSI. If we do make a new RSI, that would be an RSI high. That would be a very large price target. So we can see Bitcoin move extremely fast and move up extremely quickly, like some of these other candles here. You can see if you look at some of these weekly candles, in 3-4 weeks you can move up. There's a 70% in just like whatever 4 weeks. Here's 3 weeks, and we moved up 50% very quickly. So 50% from here, even 70%, that's up to 190 grand, right? So even if we moved up 70% right now in a couple weeks and then ended the cycle, that's still up almost to 200K. So again, my target is somewhere in the 150 to 220K range for the cycle top. Of course, it could go higher, it could go less. The other interesting chart that I've kind of been watching is the Bitcoin divided by gold chart, right? So when we were right here and putting in a fake breakout to this chart, if I go to the weekly, you can see right here, I said it's time for Bitcoin to bounce, and you can see we've had a nice reaction off that. Now, I do think we'll come up and at least tag this trend line here. So that would be another 25%-ish against gold. Gold is correcting. If we go here and look at gold and silver real quick, you can see that gold has had a nice little correction. Oh, Got my moon cycle indicator on. Okay. We've had a nice little correction of about 11% on gold. Nothing crazy, but gold and silver are starting to bounce a little bit here from those lower targets. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, so stocks all-time high as well. You know, stocks are at all-time high, and crypto as a whole is kind of struggling a little bit. If we go to the futures contract, we made a new all-time high over here and made a new all-time high. Right now we're sitting just hanging out right below the all-time high. Pre-market for SPY is near the all-time highs here. A lot of the crypto treasury companies had some big recoveries. They've been doing extremely well, right? So like Bitfarms, we had this massive pump, and now we've had this big correction of about 43%. Quite a big correction for Bitfarms. I did add to my position down here, but a lot of these positions I have added from way down here. Mara. One that did really well was SMLR, which is kind of like a medical company, but also a Bitcoin treasury company. They saw a very nice pump. There must be some news or something. I mean, there's a 50% pump in the matter of a day or two here. But yeah, a lot of the treasury companies are pumping, and usually when these treasury companies are pumping, that usually means that we're going to see Bitcoin pump. These have been outperforming a lot of the altcoins. It's kind of been like the altcoins of this cycle here. So anyways, that's gonna be pretty much it for the video. I just want to give an update on what's going on. I am back from vacation. We'll continue to make videos, and again, if you want to trade, use my affiliate link below. It gives you a nice discount on fees, and that's going to be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Good luck out there, and we'll see what happens in the FOMC meeting today at 2:30ish. So interest rates are definitely going to be a cut. So if we go to FOMC watch tool here, you can see we have a very high percent chance of getting a interest rate cut today. I'm sure it's probably like 100%. Yeah, okay. So we have a 0.1%. Wait, what are we at right now? 400. Okay, so we're at 4 to 4.25% currently. 0.1% chance that we hold rates steady here. The government shutdown, so we're not getting a lot of precious data, but I think we're going to cut no matter what, and this is 99.9% chance of getting a cut. So oh, that's October. Okay, so this is 99, and December is what? Yeah, okay. December is, we're looking at basically an 85% chance of getting another cut, right? So this is down to 3.5 to 3.75 from our current rate of 4 to 4.25. So that's a pretty big cut. That's what, is that a 0.75% cut, you know, potentially. So we'll see what happens. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and that's gonna be it for the video. I'll be back to daily videos, or, you know, at least 5 per week like we've been doing on the channel for a while now. Back from vacation, back to work, back to the real life. I need a vacation after that vacation, you know, 4 kids and going to visit the family. So it was pretty insane, but it was a good weekend. It was nice to get out of the weather here in Michigan, get to California for a little bit. So that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great day, everyone. See you guys.